Все, понеслась.
Не знаю.
Чего, вон время идет, смотри.
Да. Чай.
Ужасно.
У нас куча сахара.
Ничего.
Я сейчас, давай, говори. Ну, говори, только. Да, просто мы в церкви оказались. Нет, пока не буду. Нет, Алена там, пока не позже или завтра приду, завтра.
Митя, я вкладаю его.
Мне нужна газовая есть?
Я ставлю
Алло. А ще таке питання, скажіть, у нас є газові колони, ну, редуктор, всі шланги, а щось у вас є якась горілка така, ну, на дві комфорті, може? Не буде, да? А хто ще відкрутив ще, не знаєте? А? Добре, тоді хорошо, дякую.
Просто я, когда попала в него, он мне говорит, в любой момент у меня показывает.
Я знаю просто, что я
Да, бывает.
Скажи, минутка, я проверяюсь, работает или нет. Yep. Okay, great. I can hear. Good, Miriam.
Пока нет.
Якої мірі. Став 3.
Сюда есть.
Нет, все, подождите. Да, все, положу. Думаю, найду и кран, будет кран.
Какой?
Один обычный.
Вот эти? Там есть 8 штук.
Есть плюсы, хотя мы не хотим этой ситуации, но есть благословение.
Ну, ты знаешь, ну, я сейчас вот свободнее, если надо что-то помогать, такое.
Хорошо.
Помогать. Надя, привет. Ну, я в Ржищеве, как всегда, одна. Сейчас в церкви. А? Леша в Буковеле застрял. Пусть сидит там, да.
Да,
там,
это там.
там спокойно. Ага. Смотри, наша церковь какую хорошую сделала, это, беженцев принимает. У вас как бы спокойно, если покажется. Это церковь наша. Мы тут, люди едут с Киева, машины останавливаются, потому что это, нет бензина, пешком идут, с детьми, не забудьте, это какая-то жесть.
So, like, she's happy to go down to the store and go by and tell me.
But we got 20 loaves somewhere.
Сейчас будет красиво.
So, there's a lot of place. They did sweet. I went, but not even.
This is the second one.
Поставили
I could
церковь
find
палатки,
it.
тут организовали чай,
I couldn't find it.
питание какое-то, и люди здесь живут. Слушай, ну ладно, Надя, не молитесь о нас, потому что над нами каждый день бомбардируют истребители летают, и все это слушать шутка. К нам беженцы уже приехали с Киева. Бомбят, бомбят.
Well, I
Ну,
actually.
нет, у меня вот люди приезжают из бомбленных домов, сидят ночами в подвалах, а квартиры в бомбе. Вот они рядом с нами. Ты что, бомбят? Перестрелки прямо на улице. Десант выкидывают на улице, и они идут, стреляют там. И, ну, жесть просто. Разбомбили весь Гастуми. Подруги, одна успела выехать, схватила 3 детей в машину и поехала, потому что бомбили прямо ну, дома, и все дети ревут. Один ребенок год, вторая больная девочка, третья 11. И она еле-еле выехала. Бензина нет, очень жестко. Бомбят, бомбят. Бомбят прямо дома. Слушай, я тебе могу сказать, что тогда прямо разбомбленные дома. Харьков разбомбленная, Мариуполь разбомбленная. Киев попадает прямо в дома. Прямо в дома. Такое. Сидим, да, сидим, ага. Да, Лёшка сидит в этом, ну, тоже хозяин какой-то.
Yeah, but
Да.
not further.
Здесь мы все принимаем беженцев, все. Да? А там они разгоняют, типа боятся. Как так, вся страна?
The other thing is that
Все назад.
I wondered about seeing if they had yogurt because if the milk is still coming in.
Ну, я,
Because
слава
I'm not
богу,
going to get some cheap yogurt, and then tomorrow morning there would be for these people here, like a big muffin, something like that. It's a little, but it's not necessarily one of these things.
Okay, I have talked to Priscilla, and if you
Ну все, давай.
Она наша самая младшая, 17, у нас 4. И я тоже была. Наконец-то. Следующий.
and if I don't know,
Звонят из России. Ну, не бомбят же, давай, не бомбят. Ну, бомбят же только военные объекты. Я говорю, бомбят, Надя, еще как бомбят.
ага, okay.
Надо люди. Чего, когда люди вот рядом со мной, которые только что лежали. Россия совсем другая
Yeah,
информация.
Женя, поэтому...
Не ожидала, не ожидала. Я шучу.
Если не очень, я куда-то сейчас
Мы поменялись.
Как сможешь. Когда?
У вас есть дом пока. Хорошо. Завтра будете служить?
Завтра будет.
Потому что массовые мероприятия запретили. Все равно. Хорошо. Я завтра держу. Оставлю тебя. И мы с тобой сюда приедем. Пусть они сами там. Только в 9 придем. Good. Да, привет.
Yes! А на улице можно взять с собой? Точно.
Вы не собираетесь уезжать отсюда? Не, ну блин, вы можете приехать сюда. Мы принимаем здесь людей. Ну, сейчас едет машина в Киев, они могут вас забрать.
Молиться за Украину англоязычную. И туда можно кидать.
Я понял. Я понял.
Хорошо, добро. Давай. А, и все видят, кто хочет. Да?
И он эти
А что сказали?
не знаю. Ну, им, наверное, скучно посмотреть просто туда.
Привет
So, hello everyone. This is Irina Charlesovna and her friend Elisa. Elisa's come from Kiev because of the danger there. And they're staying at Irina's house. Irina has been working here in Brzeszczew with the Children's Ministry to Crisis Kids. She herself has taken in 8 kids over the years who've all gone out now slowly. So,
Всем привет. Молитесь о нас.
hello to everyone. Please keep praying for us, she says.
Ты не будешь говорить по-английски?
Нет, ты можешь говорить.
Что в Киеве было?
Я могу сказать, что мы приехали из Киева, что там было.
Yeah, yeah. So she said, you already told them, right, that we came from Kiev or that because they're bombing
Да.
right by us?
У нас 2 детей,
We have 2 children.
и 3 дня назад в Киеве ночью рано утром началась бомбежка.
So 3 nights ago in Ukrainian time, we began hearing bombing
В центре Киева, в жилых районах,
in the middle of Kiev, and in particular, I forget how we say it in English, particular areas, regions of Kiev.
Мгм. Падали снаряды и сбивали беспилотники.
So missiles were falling and drones were overhead. Yeah,
Mhm.
dropping things on us.
Поэтому мы взяли детей и срочно приехали.
So we got our
Тяжело
children
ехать.
and like
Да.
just came here as quickly as we could.
Из Киева тяжело сейчас выехать,
So it's really difficult to leave Kiev right now and get anywhere
потому что с каждым днем дороги становятся разбиты и взрывают мосты.
because all of the roads are being wrecked through the bombing that's going on, and the bridges are being taken out. And so trying to find a way out is really hard.
Сложно заправлять машины, мало бензина.
Давай ближе, несколько понимает на
Да. Да. Сложно заправлять машины,
It's really hard to get petrol for cars.
но стараются обеспечивать магазины продуктами.
So, but they're trying to keep products and stuff in the grocery stores,
И привозить топливо на заправки для машин.
and they're trying to get in fuel for vehicles.
Топливо выдают по 20 литров.
And you're allowed to buy 20 liters. Each car is allowed 20 liters.
Постоянно идут вереницы машин из Киева, вывозят детей и женщин.
And so we keep reading little announcements on our phones, like we're willing to take women and children with us, like we have a place in our car.
Но много мужчин идут в оборону добровольцами.
Куда они идут?
Оборона,
Что это?
территориальная защита. Да.
Защита
Гражданская
места.
защита, да.
So a lot of the men are volunteering or being called up to protect the country and the city.
И они часто, именно эти отряды задерживают диверсантов.
По-другому.
Десантников.
Именно русские войска, русских военных.
Да.
Эти мужчины, гражданские мужчины, задерживают русские войска.
So these men are holding the Russian soldiers captive that they've been able to capture.
Находят метки для бомбежки.
Что метки?
Метки, markers.
Markers.
Чтобы стрелять из воздуха. По Киеву ставят метки, чтобы стрелять. Куда целятся, они светятся в темноте.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Angie, are you there? Could you understand that word? Метки.
Markers.
Markers?
Markers.
Это не оружие какое-то, да?
Не. Метки краской, чтобы ночью они светились и было видно, что бомбить.
Oh.
Да.
Okay, so there's Russian soldiers going through and with like spray paint to mark buildings, and it just looks like paint or it looks like nothing. But in the nighttime, it is iridescent or something like that, so that the bombers who are coming over can see targets that they should be hitting.
И мужчины ходят и ищут, где эти метки, и снимают их.
And so our men, like the men there, are trying to find places that are marked and get rid of like those marks on the different buildings and different places where they see them. So we're proud of them.
Те, кто остались, у них сильный дух, и они стоят до конца.
So the men who have decided to stay in Kiev, they are really courageous men, and they have decided to stay to the end, even if that means their death. They're just going to do what they can there in Kiev.
Многие вывозят семьи и возвращаются дальше защищать.
A lot of men are taking their families out of the capital, and then they're returning so that they can just help, however they can help.
Молитесь за них, мы молимся.
So please pray for those men, like we're praying for them too. Yeah. So where will who shelter? You mean these people, the women and people coming out? Karen?
Какой-то вопрос?
Да, кто-то писал там вопрос. Where will they shelter now? Но я не знаю, кто. So some of these people are here in town who've left, and the man, like we heard of one guy, he just stayed in his wherever he was. All the windows were blasted out because the bombing nearby, and he just spent the night in a corridor. It's pretty cold here at night, like it's still freezing or -3, and he just spent the night there. So I think that the people in Kiev are just finding anywhere that they can. Probably there's people who are willing to take them in. They have sirens going off all the time. And so then they go down to a root cellar or a bomb shelter that's nearby. Whereas others are just leaving. And so Daniel he put his number into our local group here. And then, of course, we have different contacts that we've just been letting people know that we're willing to take anybody that we can help. And lots of people are taking people into their homes and stuff as well here. So you can pray right now. There are food supplies. Some people still have their jobs. Not everyone has been paid. Спасибо, Lisa.
Это защищенный канал?
Я думаю, да.
Я
думаю, да, потому что мы...
Чтобы не было кибератаки, чтобы это не был риск, чтобы вас не отследили, что здесь цель не было.
Да, мы говорили об этом. Я думаю, Дэн смотрел за этого, да.
Спасибо. Что много фейков, много ищут. Но где, чтобы цели выбирать.
Да. Спасибо. So she was just saying, is this a safe channel? Because there's these cyber attacks, like they're looking for people that they can target. So I told her, I said, Daniel is aware of that and has sought counsel, I guess. Давай, пока. Да, с Богом. So, can't remember what I was saying there. Sorry, my brain's a bit scattered. Yeah, thank you so much for praying, though. It's the first family who came. They brought 2 cats and a dog. So if any of you know Daniel, he, at some point in his life, I don't even know how old he was, but he has severe allergies to cats. But he was like, I couldn't say no, like it was not possible to say no. So you can pray for Daniel that he'll be able to see, because usually it affects his eyes. Yeah. God bless you guys there in Australia. I know you're off to bed. I hope you guys have a good night's rest. For us, the nights are so interesting. We go to bed, and like last night, it was quiet. We didn't hear jets or anything. And then if I stir, I try not to think about it. Like I know that even looking at the news, like it just starts your mind worrying. Then you wake up the next day and you read what's happening. And I actually haven't encouraged our ladies yet to do this, but I want to tell them, see if you can remember just a verse that the Lord puts in your heart before you go online to check the news, because it's scary and it's bad. And so to remember, like, God is our refuge and strength. He is our ever-present help in times of trouble, and now is a time of trouble. And I was reading in Psalm 91, which is a beautiful psalm. And one of the places it says, God will be with you in times of trouble. And we really feel like He's with us. Like we feel such peace. Although there's still some kind of a physical reaction. Like for Daniel, he took a video. I don't know if you've seen it, but his hand, he stopped after like a half a minute or something. He's like, everyone's going to get car sick, because his hands were trembling as he's holding it. Like, but I mean, that's the way it is. I was just like, well, I mean, that's the way it is. Like, we trust the Lord. We are so at peace. You know, I know that people don't understand why we have chosen to stay here. And I guess you could say that this is what God is asking of us. We have such a peace, both Daniel by himself and me by myself, we have a tremendous peace. And Jesus says, if you love me, you will obey me. Like I feel like for us, this is obedience. If it means we die, or if it means that we're wounded, or if it means that we're taken into a camp somewhere, or deported or whatever, it's okay. I don't know if you can hear that. That's Daniel's phone ringing. I won't answer it. Where are the ladies staying who are with us? Those two, one of the ladies is a local lady who has a children's home. And the other lady is someone that she took in from Kiev. That's a lady who kept talking to us. Elisa is her name. So right now in the church building, we have a family who does not know the Lord. They, of course, are finding it yet harder. And then there's another family whom I haven't met. They're out helping, buying things because they came with a van. And so praise the Lord. Like, I don't know if it's some of you, but some money came in that we're able to get out already. We didn't know, like we're expecting that will glitch over the next while. But we're able to get 3 boilers. So I don't know if you've had a look around, but everything's pretty primitive. And we did not have a kitchen here. It's like a cement floor, bricks sticking out of the walls. But we are so grateful. Like you can see behind me, this beautiful floor. Like we were able to get the tiles down. We didn't have, we didn't have any money for grout. So there's no grout in between them yet. But step by step, like God has so blessed this building, and we love that it's being used by Him. So, yeah. So that's kind of where we're up to. Yeah, I think too, actually taking in people is a blessing for the church family. Like a huge blessing, because it's scary not to do anything. But when you try and do what you can, I guess it's kind of like that boy, who gave his fish and loaves to Jesus. Then he can do what he wants, Right now, there's just one little boy who's a 6-year-old, and then we have a baby here, but she's a local person. They just came down to see if anybody wanted to get a shower, because we don't have showers up and running in the church yet. But we have boilers for those showers now. If we can have the manpower to put things together, maybe in the next couple of days they'll be working. So I'm going to go see how the cooking is going in the kitchen. I'm taking things from our freezer. Actually, Jesse and Daniela went out to Poland to get a visa to return. But they don't really expect to return. I mean, they have tickets to fly in on Monday, but that's not happening. So they're praying about what to do. But they said, use our stuff. And so we've been, yesterday, our stew down here was everything that they shared. And today, too, it's a bunch of stuff from them. That we're concerned if electricity goes off, everything in our deep freezers will have a short lifespan. We personally do not have a generator. There is one at the church building, but we just don't have the petrol to use it for that. Like we would use it here at the church building to keep the heating working. That's the main thing, I guess. A little bit of electricity for whatever. At home, though, we can heat. We have a fireplace, so we still have our heating on, but really low to keep the pipes from freezing. So we're fine. And thank goodness we do Camp 120, because that really helps us now with figuring things out in a really simple way. So love you guys. Sweet dreams.
Chris, here's another one of the food scraps.
For food scraps, yeah. And we're just putting them in the front hole. Yep. No one wants that. All right.
Я тільки здому. Це не все, що я принесла. Це те, що вдома.
О!
Ми зараз
Дякую.
поїдемо.
Я не стала, щоб ми мало, щоб конфети не мали. Після Рождества вже на домашніх подати.
Я це. Якщо в мене буде дуже важкі сумки, зможеш забрати?
Ні, у нас були хлопці, ми з
Вони
економіки.
все,
Я не
зрозуміла.
можу.
Я розумію, я теж не знаю.
Да, просто звони, потому что несколько спросят, что делать, что делать.
Якщо, щоб допомогли нести.
Да.
Все, окей,
Я-
все, добре.
Что,
Я
можно
можу-
с тебя деньги сейчас?
Ні, не надо, не надо.
Ну, да, хорошо. Но если что, это такое благословение, что ты идешь туда. Я еще раз сказала, я хотела, но когда я езла туда с продуктами на велосипеде, я поняла, что я не могу.
Ми кожного дня ходимо.
Окей.
Це, може, треба якісь засоби гігієни, як за мило.
Мгм. Сейчас у нас есть like soap and dish detergent.
Багато.
Зубна паста,
Yep.
щітки.
Да, упаксаны купили много, может быть, 100, не знаю, там, или 50, но много.
Добрий день.
И хочешь сказать привет на
Привет, Макс. Слушай, кто-то скоро будет у тебя. Ну, а ты знаешь,
Я с Митей приезжал.
А,
Ты
ты-
его меня знаешь.
ты с Митей будешь?
Я ехал,
Не,
приезжал.
ну он, короче, человек скоро будет в списке.
Rita's gonna say hi here for a second. So this is Rita.
Ты его- ну,
We
ты его
love
знаешь,
Rita and her
понятно.
mom. They're such a blessing.
Ну, да,
and
ну,
her
он
brother.
когда он на месте, он
But
вот
Rita and her
понял.
mom are really involved in lots of things, and Rita speaks beautiful English. So you also have family staying with you, right?
Yeah.
Короче,
So the people who own the house where we currently live in,
велосипед.
they came from Kyiv.
Такой классный.
Yeah, and they couldn't sleep first night. And they have a little son, so they rushed the same day that everything has started. So yeah, but it's like we cleaned our house and yeah, so we're like so thankful that it's so peaceful in Rzhistyev.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can only see and hear airplanes like a few times a day. So
So Rita's on her way to the store. She offered, she phoned and said, "Can we get anything? Because we have time. We can go stand in line and buy whatever is needed." So that's such a blessing. And what you don't see is her trembling hands, because I think it affects all of our adrenaline.
yeah, I'm actually pretty calm. It's just I'm not used to speak to big international audience. Yeah. So thank you for your support, and yeah, and we check the news and see like the whole world supporting us, and we are thankful for like everyone and God, of course. Yeah, we see the hope.
So thank you. Thanks, Rita.
Bye.
Це сестра Мітя. Вона буде з тобою продовжувати.
А, добре.
Ну, пішли. Окей.
Можно им сказать привет, да? Можно им сказать привет?
Да, скажи. Я уже не помню.
Просто будуть чорні.
Ну, не, черни. Я бы
Так,
туда.
може,
Нормально.
укажемо.
Нормально. Люди будет попозже сейчас.
Спасибо. Hello, Australia.
So I don't know how many people are in here right now hearing. Maybe there's 3 or 4. Hey, Izzy. G'day. Some from America too.
Мы с Украины.
Yeah. No, твое слово.
А что мне им сказать? Ну, у нас все хорошо. Ждем людей, чтобы служить им, оказывать помощь, какую мы можем оказать.
Еще раз повтори. У нас все хорошо.
Да, мы ждем людей,
Um,
чтобы оказывать им помощь.
Yeah, we're helping. We're waiting for people here to try and help them.
Которые находятся в тяжелом сейчас состоянии.
Right now, there's a lot of people in really bad straits.
И есть оставляют дома,
And they're just leaving their houses.
машины он тоже есть оставляют.
And
Идут
cars.
пешком люди.
People are just walking everywhere trying to get away.
Ситуация очень сложная. Кстати, комендантский час объявили в Киеве после 5 часов вечера.
Кто хочет? Yeah. So there's a curfew in Kiev already. My response was, of course there is. Yeah. Yeah.
А так идем сейчас умывальник скручивать.
So I'm going to go and help put together a Moiko Mavalnik kitchen sink. Set up a kitchen sink. You forgot to say.
Спасибо за молитвы.
Thank you for your prayers. Solidaire Gloria.
Solidaire Gloria.
I wonder how many people in this list know what Solidaire Gloria is. Okay. I just had a guy call me. He's surrounded by Russians. He says he's been left there, and he's surrounded by Russians, and there's shooting going on all around him, and he was on edge. Let's say he's hiding all over the country. I'm sure there's going on right now, and just not here. I'd love it if it didn't come here. Yes, Mama. Yes. So, well, you guys found this site, and Caitlin, see you there. Pray for him. Yeah, his name's Igor. Yeah. Just looking back at the comments here. Haha, Lisa. Okay, Angie, Karen. Yeah, probably other people have answered those questions. Bethy, I decided today was a day to put on the samurai uniform, or the Australian equivalent of it. I don't expect to dye in my hat, but yeah, so it's a momentous day. I'll go back to what I used to do a lot. Yeah. What was I doing before I came here? That's right. I need to connect the water. Waiting for some pipes and bits and pieces. Yeah, Mum Tolik did say Soli Deo Gloria. He tends to say it a lot. I actually think he may have it tattooed on his leg. Yeah. There's a for those of you who don't know, he came to us in rehab after being in a church for a bit and then going back to drugs and just spiraling out of control really. And anyway, he went to rehab and then he went back to prison to serve a sentence for some he stole some stuff. I think it was only 8 months or something like that, but and then he came back to us after that, and yeah, got married, got a little kid. He's great. He'll probably be one of the elders in our church very soon, which is pretty incredible. Yeah. So I just heard that a major suburb of Kiev, where all the rich people are, has fallen. That's true. Yeah, actually, it was a very close thing. Priscilla's parents nearly moved there about a month and a half ago, and good on you, Zelensky, President Zelensky. We're not going to lay down our weapons. The mayor of Kiev, the boxer, world heavyweight champion, former, says there are no Russian troops in the capital. I guess that would be officially, but still, if that's the case, good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. So who we got here? Okay, Anna, beautiful little Anna. Lisa is still here. Prista's parents are in a city around about 6 hours by car from us in a western direction. Whenever I hear a jet, a fighter jet, it's like heightened interest, of course. I think possibly pretty much everyone's like that. Jets and drones and missiles. It's like, whoa, okay, surely not here, but still. Yeah, they're fairly close to the border with Belarus to the north of Ukraine, but there's the Russian troops have come in closer to Kiev and taken kind of the major city between where Pris's parents are and the capital city. So that city's Zhytomyr, and they're I think they're pressing against it. I'm not sure. I don't think they've taken it. I don't think they've taken. Maybe they've taken one major city. But they said there's just been shelling there, I think, and they're set to wait this thing out and see. There's more hope that they actually stay in unoccupied Ukraine because they're quite a bit further west, and the people there they'll be pretty cranky with Russia if Russia moves in, more cranky than the people closer to the east. Actually heard the area there is strongly Christian, not just nominal Christian, but there's a lot of churches there. big portion. There's some towns out there that are totally either Baptist or Pentecostal, and yeah. But and they're kind of, if you want, you could call them rapidly nationalistic. Now it's yeah, it's a caricature too, but yeah, they're safe. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
I'm just
Yes,
standing here.
sir. Don't panic. Oh, you put your don't panic. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's well done. Yeah. I'll leave you to this.
Okay.
Sorry, Kelly.
I forced Oleg to come. He's
She's-
gonna talk and I'll translate for
Oh,
him.
нормально вообще-то. She's been in the morning. She was talking for quite a bit, and when no one talks back to her, it's really hard.
It's really awkward.
Yeah.
And it's really awkward too when you're standing here and you're talking and
Lenny,
you see the people lining up there watching you talk.
Lenny, g'day. Thank you. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. That's just. No, okay. Well, we set up a washing dishes station outside. And for washing dishes, we're kind of expecting them to come any moment. And just doing different, like getting things ready. The boiler's in the kitchen. I mean, I have no idea what Dad's told you, so it's kind of hard to try and have a conversation. But now Oleg's going to share something about the war.
Все класно.
Everything's great.
Да. Мені подобається ситуація в Україні.
I think the situation that Ukraine's in right now is good.
Наскільки це може бути для війни?
I mean, as much as it can be, since it is a war.
Тому що українці мають дуже класний бойовий дух.
Because Ukrainians have a great war spirit.
І ми добре воюємо на всіх напрямках.
And we're fighting well on all areas of attack.
Росія не була готова для довгої війни.
Russia wasn't ready for it to be a long war.
Вони очікували, що захватять за 2-3 години.
They expected that they'd be able to just capture us in 2 or 3 hours.
Що українські солдати просто кинуть зброю і
That the
підуть
Ukrainian
додому.
soldiers were just gonna lay their arms down and go home.
Але війна вже 3-й день, і є дуже багато класних речей для України.
But now it's the 3rd day of the war, and there's lots of great things that are happening for Ukraine.
У Росії закінчились ресурси, щоб продовжувати воювати для тих солдатів, які вже на території України.
For the Russians that are already on the territory of Ukraine, their resources have kind of ended. So they're running out of like gas or petrol and different things like that.
Да.
Yeah, пояснюю.
Да. І якщо Україна стоїть наступні декілька днів, тоді буде все чудово.
And if Ukraine continue standing the next couple days, then everything will be great.
Да, якщо Росія не добавить військ, звичайно.
If Russia doesn't add more or send more armies, then of course.
Щось для тебе.
Питають, чи ти той, хто боровся з кимось 2 рази твій розмір і виграв пару років тому?
Так, звичайно, їх було 10.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, of course. There were 10 of them, actually. This is Oleg. He lives with taxes. He can read all the English and understand it. He could speak it too, but he doesn't want to. Hi, Caitlin. Хочеш щось ще розказувати? Будь ласка, я не знаю. Про роботу.
Про роботу. А що там?
Я не знаю, що було у четвер. Розказуй. Їм
Ну,
цікаво.
Нам просто сказали, якщо будуть мародьори, тоді ми
Ну,
захищаємо.
починає як історія, що я могла їм розповісти.
Ага.
У четвер зранку я прокинувся в 4:30.
Да.
Так,
Ну, я прокинувся. Да, насправді.
So on Thursday morning, Oleg says he woke up at 5 o'clock.
Тому що мені написали від роботи. Я працюю в державній службі,
I work in
яка
a government,
охороняє суди.
With the government that protects the courts.
І нам сказали, що почалась війна, і
And we were told, at 5 o'clock in the morning, we were told that war has begun.
всі, хто на службі, повинні йти до суди
And anyone who
І-
serves there needs to go to the courthouse straight away.
і чекають далі розвиток подій.
And
І чекають команди, що нам.
and wait there for us to be told what to do next.
А я забув, що далі я хотів розказати.
He says he forgot what he was gonna say
Ні-ні-ні.
further. Але тут декілька питань. То
Да,
поки як
окей.
задиш. Питають. Yes, we have 3 hot water tanks.
Далеко. Кожен біля Білої церкви. Далі, чим
We have the 3 water tanks were found, so that's perfect because we have 2 showers and 1 for the kitchen. We weren't expecting it to be so easy. It's such a blessing that we were able to get those. І для тебе питання. Моя тетя каже: залишайся спокійним, don't panic. І якщо так як кажуть, що повинен бути сніг, це буде впливати на війну.
Да. Я не знаю, якщо це буде
So about the
гірше або
snow,
краще.
he says, I don't know if that'll be better or worse,
Но я знаю, що це буде важче для українських військових.
but I know that it will be harder for the Ukrainian army.
Для російської армії це буде також важче.
But for the Russians, it will still be hard.
А я не думаю, що буде так багато снігу, щоб це впливало на війну якось.
Повтори.
Я не думаю, що буде так багато снігу. щоб
I
це
don't think that
впливало.
there's going to be so much snow that it'll affect much. It's quite warm here right now, so it'd probably melt quickly. Hi, Izzy. Моя тетя дуже хоче, щоб ти казав hello.
Привіт.
Ні, English.
Ага. Ні, вона хотіла, щоб я просто сказав.
Ні, вона хотіла, щоб ти англійською, бо ти ж вона
Ага.
казала, давай, ти можеш, кажи.
Ні.
Hi, Izzy. Що ще можеш розказувати?
Не знаю. Що про роботу?
Що про роботу? Ти зупинився на... Ви чекали, щоб тобі казали щось
Угу.
робити. Ну, що робить команда?
Але головна ціль. Я забув, що головне було, що потрібно було сказати.
Я не знаю.
Окей. Мгм.
He's trying
Да. І,
back to Oleg's work story on Thursday.
да. І нам сказали, що якщо будуть якісь мародьори, ти
We
знаєш
were
це
told
слово?
if... Marauders?
Да.
We were told if there were
Напевно.
going to be some kind of marauders,
Тоді це наша задача у нашому місті, як
then
контролювати таких
that's our
групу
responsibility
людей.
to control these people in our city.
І це, в принципі, все. А що ми
And
можемо?
that's pretty much it. And so he waited at work until 1 Wait, no, you didn't wait. Продовжуй. І як? І тоді ти повернувся додому.
Ну да,
Наступ.
ми чекали. Скільки ми чекали? Да, я не спав 40 годин. Це важливо чи ні?
Oh yeah, he didn't sleep for 40 hours
Да. І
on that day because he was called in early in the morning and then he had to stay at work because he came out of his month-long holiday.
да, і було цікаво слідити за ситуацією, да.
And it was very interesting to follow the situation that was going on, to see how
І
next couple things go.
є класні речі, які мені подобаються, коли війна.
And
Е,
there are great
є.
things that I like when there's war.
І Люди набагато більш відкриті зараз.
People are a lot more open right now.
І набагато приємніше збиратися всі разом в церкві.
It's a lot nicer to get, like a lot more special to gather together as the church.
І молитви набагато особливіші.
And the